Bismillah wa alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulullah wa ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and Islam. I'm going to take you back on a journey in time to have a better future, inshallah. Build the bridge. So understanding the concept of Ummah and what's happening right now, what you see on your screens and even your social media. You feel like a nail in a tire, helpless, hopeless, and you don't know what to do or what to say. Indeed, today we'll give you some inspirational words to understand what your role is in the Ummah and what can you do. And instead of simply saying, what can I do? Go back in time and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those who speech and follow the best of it. Ameen. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as if he can see us now, over 1400 years ago, and he told us, "Yushak an tada'a alaykum al-umam kama tada'a al-aklu ila qas'atiha." Says, as if nations are going to hobble up and gather up, and they will gobble you up as if it's the qas'a. You know the place when you have in Ramadan where everybody else comes in, and as soon as you hear Allahu Akbar, everybody else beats it. And that's exactly what he said. Then one said, فَقَالَ قَائِلْ أَوَ مِنْ قِلَّ نَحْنُ يَوْمَئِذ. Are we few in numbers? He said in reply, بَلْ أَنْتُمْ كَثِيرٌ وَلَكِنَّكُمْ غُثَاء كَغُثَاءِ السَّيْلِ. But you're plethora, plenty in numbers, but like the foam of the ocean. Ghutha means have no weight. It's like a dead leaf, a dead branch on a water that is taking you away, that has absolutely no bearing of what happens. First lesson learned, if you're not on the table, you become the meal. So you better get involved in every aspect of the society. You cannot be a consumer, you have to be a producer. We cannot wait for everybody else to do things for us. There are three types of people, remember them well. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who don't know what's happening. So please remember well. And then he said, وَيَنْزَعَنَّ اللَّهُ مِنْ صُدُورِ عَدُوِّكُمْ الْمَهَابَةَ مِنْكُمْ. Allah will snatch away the fear from your enemy's heart, from you. Even though our Prophet ﷺ said, نُصِرْتُ بِالرُّعْبِ مَسِيرَةُ شَهْرٍ. I was given victory 1 month away before I reached my enemy's landline. They run, they know we fear none except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then he added, وَلْيَقْذِفَنَّ فِي صُدُورِكُمْ الْوَهْنِ. And then he will bestow in your heart something called al-wahn. What is wahn? It's an illness. They asked him, what is wahn? He says, حُبُّ الدُّنْيَا وَكَرَاهِيَةُ الْمَوْتِ. Loving dunya so much, and we abhor dying. And that's why the scholars, when we ask, why do we hate death so much? He says, لأنكم عمرتم دنياكم وخربتم أخراكم ولا يريد أحد أن يترك العمار إلى الخراب. Because you've invested everything in the dunya and you've left nothing for the hereafter. And nobody wants to leave the dwelling areas and leaving to the uninhabited area, the abandoned area. And that's why when the scholar says when he came to a city, he says, take me to the Amar, take me the people where they live. He took him to the cemetery. He says, are you making fun of me? He says, no. He says, how come? He says, كل من هناك يأتي إلى هنا ولا أحد من هنا يعود إلى هناك فأين العمار? He says, everyone out there will come here and none of them here will ever go back there. So where is the true living? And they were asked, why is it then? He says, because you know that Allah is your creator and you do not follow Him. And you know that He sent our Prophet ﷺ to be your role model and you do not emulate him. And He sent you the book of Allah, the Quran, and we do not follow it. And you know shaitan is your enemy and you follow him. And you know Jannah is truth and you don't work towards it. And you know the hellfire is truth and you don't work to stay away from it. And you know death is coming, la mahala, no way out, and you don't prepare for it. And you attend so many janazas and you don't admonish from it. Ameen. Subhanallah ya Shaykh. What will it take for us to wake up? What will it take for us to come back to Quran and Sunnah, who we truly are? If you look in the mirror, you should see a lion. And that's exactly, remember who you are. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise or fool you. You don't have to be a Muslim to see the truth for justice and peace in the world. You just have to be human. And that's exactly what we want to be. There's only one race, the human race. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what language you speak. I don't care where you were born. I don't care what sect you follow, because we have one ummah, one Lord, one prophet, one book, one qibla, one unit, one ummah. And it's the ummah of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Biha nahya wa namut. We live and die by it. So understanding, my brothers and sisters, knowing that Salah ad-Din al-Ayyubi rahmatullahi alayh, when did he free Al-Aqsa? May Allah grant us a prayer in Al-Aqsa when it's free. Say Ameen. But he had to do his homework. We can't sit back and do nothing and blame everybody else except ourselves. If it is to be, it's up to me, and you better believe it. Every one of us. So when he was talking to the army, full of youth, very energetic, they want to free the Aqsa. He says, you're not ready yet. What was he waiting for? He said, when I see the Fajr prayer full, like the Jum'ah prayer, we are ready. That's another homework for you. How many of us know for sure that Fajr prayer is when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sends the angels? Quran al-Fajr kana mashhuda. It is definitely reviewed, and we still sleep. But if I tell you I will give you 500 pounds a year, if you go downtown, London, for a job, but you have to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning, will you do it? Of course you'll do it. But to come to Fajr, brothers, yani Sheikh, I have to comb my rabbit's hair. I have a pinky. I have been blah, blah, blah. I've heard it, man. Wallahi. May Allah help us all. So we have to change ourselves. We have to know, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. Knowing that for sure, that understanding what it's all about. Also know that for sure we cannot understand not meeting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, afraid of death. That's when in Sahih Bukhari, Aisha radiallahu anha wa an ummahat al-mu'minin ajma'in. She asked Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, says, كُلُّنَا يَكْرَهُ الْمَوْتِ. Every one of us abhors death. We don't look forward to it. Says, لَيْسَ كَذَلِكَ يَا Aisha. It's not what you think, O Aisha. It's those who do righteous deeds in this life. They abide by the command of Allah. They follow the footsteps of Rasulullah. They've done their dues. They paid. They lowered their gaze. They did not lie. They did not steal. They prayed. They fasted. They done everything that they were supposed to. They need to cash in. They look forward to Judgment Day. That's why they want to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on Judgment Day. They look forward to it. Allah looks forward to meeting you. And the opposite is true. I haven't done a thing. I'm chilling, my man. How you doing, boy? Homeboy. Mañana, my man. So what happened? You say, I don't do anything that Allah told me. I don't stay away from that. So what happens? You don't look forward to meeting Allah. Allah doesn't look forward to meeting you. Because of the time and short, we have some homework to do, my brothers and sisters. We have to understand who we truly are. And also understand that Ahl Gaza, Ahl al-Izzah, they're the truth. I learned Islam from them, wallahi. You know how many people embraced Islam because of what's happening in Palestine? We learn from them. They are free. We are shackled by our whims and desires. Knowing that I have a dream. I have a dream to see a child being a child. I have a dream to see the child bury the parents, not the parents burying a child. I have a dream to see the dreams built back up even though they burn the houses down. I have a dream to see an honest politician. And I have a dream to see justice done in this earth before the hereafter. So the last lesson I will leave you with because of time. Mountain of Uhud has a lot to say if it was speak to say that this was the best of them all. So we learn from the Ummah. The last lesson learned from this lecture. I want you never to leave the post because that's when we lost. We lost because they came down before Prophet Muhammad ﷺ gave him permission, even though he told him, do not leave your post. And that's what I'm going to leave you with. Do not leave your post. If you're demonstrating, do not leave your post. Keep demonstrating. If you're using your social media, do not leave your post. Keep using your social media. It's not the end of the world. Do not be afraid. If you're making dua, don't leave your post. Keep making dua. If you're using your MPs and talking to the politicians, don't leave your post. Keep talking to the politicians. If you're helping financially, don't leave your post. Keep helping financially.
And that's where I'm going to meet you tonight, inshallah. To walk the talk, put our foot down. Ask Allah subhanahu wa jalla fi'ula to grant us the victory that we're promised, and pray together in Al-Aqsa. Say Ameen. Jazakum Allah khairan wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.